wasn't injured. You know? I literally, when postponing the fight, I no longer could come to the gym and jump rope. I couldn't shadow box. I couldn't do road work. Okay, I went from training camp to what I titled recovery camp, back into training camp. There was no camp in recovery camp. Okay, it's its own type of camp, recovery. Okay, I'm seeing acupuncturists, I'm seeing chiropractics, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my hyperbaric chamber, you know, and I'm just getting treatment, what I need for my body to put me back into a position to where now I can start training again. We're just talking about start training again. Okay?
Is it tough going into a fight and seeing or hearing or reading about the criticism that people might give you, not knowing what you deal with? And I only say that because I remember the very first time I met you. You know, fighters never complain. You know, you guys always go into the ring with bumps and bruises and stuff like that, but people don't really realize to what extent it is. But I remember when I first met you, it was when you were making your HBO debut in Cincinnati. I think we were at the press con. We were someplace, and then you and Marcus needed a ride back, so we hopped in my car and drove back. But I remember going into that fight, I believe, and I don't know if we can talk about it on camera. If you don't want me to mention anything, I'll delete it or whatever. But
I know what you're about
but yeah, I think you just had your wisdom teeth pulled or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people realize. I mean, that's something you had to deal with going into that fight. And at that point, that was the biggest fight of your career. You were about to debut on HBO. It was supposed to be against Marcos Maidana, but you know he didn't want the fight, so you had to fight someone else. But still, it was your HBO debut, and you were going into that fight.
I showed up at Cincinnati with biting down on gauze.
Yeah.
To coagulate and make sure that there was no blood happening.
Yeah,
you know?
that was fight week.
It was on fight week. I didn't take any of the meds that were given to me by the doctor. I didn't want to have any controversy. I didn't want to have to record the medicine, and I didn't feel like I needed it. I just endured. You know, it just wasn't that bad. It was a good operation. The doctor did very well, so there was nothing to worry about. All I had to do was stop the bleeding. So I did my job the week of the fight. You know, I stayed chewing on gauze and spitting out a little bit of blood from my mouth, and then you know, by the time of the fight, it's not like my mouth was bloody or anything. I was good.
But that was a scenario where, like, you can't pull out of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was your opportunity. It was an HBO debut. That was your moment to shine, and you didn't have any choice, really. I mean, don't get me wrong. You always have a choice. You can say, no, I'm not going to do it. But had you have done that, you might not have gotten your career to the point it is right now.
Yeah, it was necessary.
Yeah.
It was necessary.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, taking the Porter fight after an injury was necessary. You know what I mean? That's why I did it. You know, I do what's necessary for my career. I mean, this is what I want. You know, it is. I had a injury when I stopped chopping. I didn't spar for 3 weeks leading up to the fight.
Damn. I don't even know how you could feel comfortable going into a fight knowing that you haven't sparred. I mean, for half your camp, basically.
Well, I was able to, we didn't want to do mitt work, we did noodle work.
Okay.
You know, we did noodle work, and then I just, combinations, man. We just focused on working on the combinations. We focused on boxing. Like I said, man, my job has not changed since I was 7 years old. If there's one thing Keith Thurman knows how to do, it's fight. And when I'm fighting whoever you are. Whatever you got to offer me, that's what I got to learn to deal with. You know, moment by moment, round by round, I'm dealing with what you're bringing to the table. And I'm about that life, bro. I'm about that life, bro. Hey, fuck it. Bring it. You know, fighting is, it's natural for me, man. I mean, I'm a true warrior. I mean, imagine when I was 9 years old, just going toe to toe for like 1 minute rounds and stuff, man. I mean, I just always been fighting, so fighting's not new to me, you know. So all I have to do is prepare for the fight. I understand fights because I'm a true warrior. I'm like, that's why I love, you know, I grew up and I love reading things about samurais and this and that and other warrior class of people, you know, because it takes a certain type of person to know that, you know, especially samurais, like, you're facing death. You're facing death, bro. Like, you know, I say I'm not afraid to let it go. if you can beat me, motherfucker. If you can kill me, you know what I mean? That's how these motherfuckers live it. You know, they fighting to the death, you know? So I just try to honor that warrior spirit. You know, as long as I'm not dying, so I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be cool, you know? I mean, worst thing you can do is knock me out. Help me get some extra sleep or something, you know what I mean? It's the worst thing you can do, man. I mean, that's the thing, being a warrior, man, you just gotta have no fear. There's no fear. And a lot of people fear things that they don't understand or that they're not comfortable dealing with. Whatever you have that you're gonna bring to the table, I accept it. I'm comfortable dealing with it. I hold no fear. I actually hold more excitement than fear. Bring it. Let's go. Let's dance like it's a rodeo. You know, that bull's a wild beast, but the man gets on top and rides it anyway. You know, kicks him off of him and could start trampling them and all this other stuff. But he gets on top and rides it anyways, man. You know, that's the thing about being an athlete is you just do things that other people would be uncomfortable doing. But for some reason, it gives you joy. You know, so